Hi, I'm Nathan Oakley and this is video log number 44. Props to Alison Welsh who turned me on to this little gem of a clip. I keep saying the words predictive programming on every single video log it seems, but there we go, that's what the name of the game is, it would seem. I asked one of my guests on Flat Earth UK if he had any idea about the Black Knight. And the reason I asked him was because it seemed to me that it was being dropped in little hints here and there about the Black Knight in social media. My wife had brought it up, a colleague had brought it up, I'd seen it on feeds, I'd seen it on Facebook, just little bits here and there, never any real information, just getting the idea of this thing, the Black Knight, out there. And you do a little bit of research and it's kind of tedious. Then Pepsi do a 10-minute advert that basically alludes to the idea of the Black Knight having aliens inside that we've been communicating with for years, and we need to unite the world through the signal, and essentially through social media is the way that the advert spins this idea. So it starts off with a character we're told that his website keeps getting shut down because he's letting out information that could change the world. And then that's followed by him actually letting out the information and the information being decoded, and it's a voice from these aliens on this ship, and the world unites in, you know, peace signs and logos on every single continent. I mean, I hate to use the words New World Order agenda because I've never stuck them into one of my video logs before, and you know, RSE does a much better job of highlighting this sort of stuff than I can. But let's stick to Flat Earth, it's a lot more fun. I mean, they've got all the usual globe programming in this video, so you've got your usual stars and your usual Earth looking very curvy. You know, that's about the only things I can sort of positive highlight from our globe programming perspective. But the sort of scary connotations and scary music and the scary setting of it is scary. You know, fourth time's a charm. It's really a frightening movie because it kind of gives you the idea that we're being watched over by the Black Knight, and that at any moment it could, you know, like the Death Star, turn into this you know, power of destruction that's going to ruin our lives. But I don't know, obviously an interesting piece of social engineering when it comes to Facebook, especially that there's been Black Knight references to. You know, how people get sort of subtle ideas planted in their head starts off long before the big finale of a piece of predictive programming like this Pepsi Cola advert. The idea of the Black Knight itself wasn't prevalent in my mind until social media exposed me to it, and now here we are, only a few short days later, you know, maybe a week at the most, with you know, a Pepsi Cola advert out using the Black Knight. Now at this time, this is a 4-day-old advert on YouTube. So how old it is in general terms, if it's been on TV before, perhaps people will say, well, you know, when you were being exposed to Black Knight stuff in social media, the Pepsi advert was out on TV. I don't know, I'm not big enough TV watcher to answer that question, but give it a check out. You know, it's a way of terrifying the masses using space propaganda, and frankly I was a little bit appalled by the whole thing. It's not often you see me frowning in videos and sort of struggling for things to say that are positive about the subject I'm looking at, but Pepsi have presumably got a massive budget to get the idea that they're using in their next advertising campaign into people's heads long before the advert comes out. And, you know, to be a victim of it, that's the only bit that I can chuckle and smile about. And, you know, seeing the advert and realising why I'm, you know, questioning this Black Knight thing is kind of the only thing I can smugly say, there we go. That's why I started questioning this thing that I kind of already knew about and went back to and researched and saw the same things I saw before. But why am I suddenly thinking about this? And now I know the answer. They want us drinking Pepsi Cola, and they want us thinking we're on a globe. Well, okay, Pepsi, the Earth is flat, your video's crap. This is Nathan Oakley. I'll see you in the next video log.